French community he works with, it's no surprise at all to see a guy like that in the top 8 of a limited Pro Tour. And actually, one of the interesting things that we've heard this weekend, a lot of people calling this possibly the best top 8 of all time. And you see the number of Pro Tour champions we've got, as well as some middling level pros and some new faces. I took a look earlier and did some research on what some of the best top 8s of all time have been. Actually, one of the most interesting, Chicago 2003, was actually the last time that John Finkel and Nikolai Herzog faced off in the top 8.
Okay.
Neither of them won, and the reason, Kai Buda actually took both of them out, one in the semis and Nico in the finals, and that was the last time they played. Other big names in that top 8: Eugene Harvey, former national champion from the U.S., Bram Snapvangers, and William Baby Huey Jensen. And one interesting fact from that top 8, that was an onslaught block Rochester draft. So it was a tribal limited format. That was the last time Nikolai Herzog and John Finkel left.
Aside from the fact that we don't have 3 hours spare at Pro Tours these days, is Rochester a more skillful format than Booster Draft?
I think most pro players will tell you that, and it's because it's actually kind of funny. It's because Rochester Draft, you see all the picks are face up. So all 15 cards get laid out. Each player picks one, and then the 8th player picks 2, and they go back around the table. So you know when the person sitting left to you is actually taking cards that should go in your deck, and that can lead to some interesting situations. You'll recall at a Pro Tour a few years ago, Osip Lebedovich was so upset with the people sitting next to him, with his neighbors, for taking his cards, that he intentionally took a card that had nothing to do with his deck very early on, would have been great for the guy sitting next to him, ripped it into pieces and sprinkled it on the table. The guy sitting next to him got the message, got out of his colors, and managed to Osip managed to 2-1 that pod.
Yes, I punish you for being naughty.
Exactly.
All right, so the players are off into seclusion to build their decks, and we will see what house of cards they can construct. We will be back with you in a little over 20 minutes' time. We're going to go and see what they do. So for now, see ya.